too long,
Mhm.
very busy. So, what is it to be at LBS when you're going to finish your MFA in 2 months?
Like, okay, first, I'm really, really, really grateful to being at LBS and really happy.
Mm.
Um, I feel honored in one sense, and yeah, I found it like really nice. I found this here really, really, really interesting.
Mm.
Meeting people from across the world, probably the brightest people that you can meet, with great quality of people, very nice guys, um, all very helpful, all very career focused. So this year was really, really great because um, like you have this kind of like at LBS, you have this kind of people that can drive you and help you to become better and like help you in the job application, job seeking. They're always behind you, and everyone is like helping everyone. So yeah, I'm quite happy with.
Basically, what you say is great because the quality
We
of the
have one
teaching.
student joining.
Okay, there should be. You mean it's one of the students that have been in my GMAT class? Is it Marco joining? Where's Marco? Hello. So basically, what you say is that you're saying that it is a great opportunity. Can you also ask Marco to join? Alexia, you say it's a great opportunity because you're surrounded by great students, incredible teacher,
Mhm.
and did you enjoy the location because you're such a Parisian that have the thing that as soon as you have one day off, you go back to Paris. So did you have time to enjoy London?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like, what's wonderful with LBS is first the location is like crazy. Like, LBS is in the center of London in Marylebone.
Mhm.
You have two campus, one really, really close of Marylebone High Street, close to Baker Street, and the other one is like inside Regent's Park. So in terms of location, it's wonderful because on one sense you're enjoying London, but like you can fulfill all you can like take an advantage of being in the center of London and doing everything that you can find in London, and you know every single touristic stuff to do. But also you can like easily go outside of London, going to Oxford, going to Cambridge. So in terms of location, like in London, LBS is really great, but more generally, it's like being in the UK is like really, really nice.
Alors, do you intend to stay in UK post MFA or
Yeah,
not? Or?
yeah. Now things are a bit clearer for me, because at the beginning, it was like quite challenging, and the market is like really, really bad these days. That's why it's really important to do a nice business school in order to find the best job possible. But even that, people were struggling this year. It was not that easy, but now things are going better. I'm almost done about my job seeking. I will go probably do a summer analyst in venture capital in London this summer.
Okay. So this summer, so alors can you explain so what it is to be a summer analyst? Alors, it's not exactly a summer analyst because it's a summer and fall analyst. Okay. So can you explain the process to go into to work
Just,
in investment banking? How does it
yeah,
work?
yeah. Like usually what people do, and the standard process is like when you're in your penultimate year, you're applying for the summer analyst position, the top tier banks, the bench bracket, they say, like it can be JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley,
Hmm?
whatever, Goldman Sachs. And once you're successful and you have applied to the summer analyst and you got that position, you're doing 8 weeks, between 8 and 10, depends on the bank, but most of them are 8. And at this end of 8 weeks, you receive a return offer, and this return offer is a full-time position for next year in June. So basically, that's why they want people in penultimate year. But it's like you can still apply when you're on last year of master. Like everyone from my cohort was applying, even though it was their ultimate year, and they got brilliant stuff. So So yeah.
Okay. So, but what happens if you do 8 weeks, for instance? Let's say that you do July, August, let's say even September, and what do you do between October and June?
Most of people, like, you have two types of people. The ones that are sure to get a return offer and they don't want to have more experience, so they take that kind of time to just rest, go on vacation, on holidays, try to find I don't know, like, explore new cultures, new countries. But you have other peoples that are really career focused and they want to take an advantage of these 6 free months, and they're going to do like an internship, or I don't know, probably another I don't know, probably working for a foundation or something. So these 6 months are free. You can do whatever basically you want to do. But yeah, it's either you go and you visit some countries, or you have an internship on
Yeah.
to gaining.
Basically, I have many students, for instance, who did 6 months, you see, Anna, and who got a job offer in January.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have an offer. Basically, the offer is on June, but you
Yeah.
can ask to begin a bit before, like
Yeah.
the start. The earliest one is January because it's the first day
Yeah.
of.
That's why I suggest that you do, because you're gonna be like, alors, you told us how much you enjoy your class, but tell me, so what is it to study at LBS? So can you tell us how the year is structured from
Yeah.
late August to early July?
Yeah,
And then what is a typical week and what is a typical day? So how is the year structured?
Okay, let's start by the structure of the year. So as you mentioned before, for LBS, it's really, really, really important. The most important thing is the career and how you can leverage on LBS name and finding a top position after LBS. So the first 2 months are quite chill. They start directly in middle of August by shaping your CV, giving you materials in order to prepare the applications and everything. So the first 2 months are quite chill, let's say, because they know this is the time during the year when you will be when you will have less time and you have only the time of applying. So you don't have a lots of lectures. You just like applying and applying and applying and applying. And then after October, then courses like start like the courses like are really starting on like middle of October or November.
Yeah.
And then
Not before. So you said that for the first 2 months, it's just applying. You have
it's applying.
classes.
You have like you have like some courses, but not heavy courses, let's say.
Okay.
Like it's really well done because they know that you have like so many interviews, so many assessment center, higher views, and this like appointment are like takes a lot of time.
Very
So
important. Yeah.
yeah, so that's why it's like really smart. I think it's really smart to let people having the time and applying and but you're still in class. You still have like 2 or 3 classes per week, but it's not like you're not overwhelmed. You're just overwhelmed by the applications.
Okay.
And then what I found really, really, really good at LBS is the way they structure the courses and the lectures. It's like really well designed because you're learning. Basically, it works like during 1 month or 2 months, like during the term, they have 4 courses per term. And in these 4 courses are all linked. So if you're learning something in asset management, it will be linked for, I don't know, capital structure. If you're learning something for corporate finance, it will link for corporate finance and asset management. So it's like really well designed. If you're learning something in one course, it will be linked to another course, and it's timely, well done. You're not like learning some stuff and then you don't know anything about I don't know, private equity. No, it's really well structured. You know everything at the right time, with the right explanation, with the right professor. So yeah,
Okay.
and then you finish in June, basically.
Okay, and you finish in June.
Yeah.
So, and what is a typical week from
week
Monday to Sunday?
depends. You have like quite flexibility with LBS because like you have core courses. You have a number of core courses. I don't remember in MFA. It's like 12 probably. But you have also electives, and the electives, like, you have to take 3 courses. And it depends, like if you are taking all your elective at one time, or if you're taking this elective in May, this one in June. So it depends really when, like if you want to be more chill, let's say during May, because you're applying to summer jobs or something, you can definitely like choosing other elective. For myself and what I did, I have chosen lectures and like electives that I want to develop. And
Like what?
I didn't.
Like what? Tell me. Like what?
I
Like what?
took economic of crisis and leadership, and I took another one. It's like managing and investing in responsible businesses, and the other one is like how to deal with family businesses, how to manage a family business. Yeah. So yeah, and these ones are all in May. So I was like really chill from, let's say, April to March, April. I only had like 2 courses per week, so I could like definitely do other stuff on the side. But it's not like it was designed like this because I've chosen all my courses in May, and in May I can't do basically anything else than studying.
Okay. Alors, basically, so, and what is a typical day? So tell me, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, what is a typical day?
Personally, like let's say take my normal days, like getting up quite like at 9, probably 10, depends on the day. And go to LBS. Like I go every day to LBS, even though if I don't have a class. But let's say I have class, I go to class, I attend. We have some stuff to do. Then usually, like after the class, you meet with the other guys from the cohort, and you probably have a beer. Probably you're working on a project. It really depends on what you have. Like last week, I was in the consulting competition. So after class, I was like just like working on my consulting competition. So it depends. Like LBS is like open 24/7, I guess, because like every time I'm like leaving school at 3 or 4 a.m. or depends when I have an exam, it's always open. So if you want to work, if you want to stay at school, it's like really possible, and you can definitely do it.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the most important thing that you have learned what LBS? Is it soft skills, hard skills? What is the most important thing?
I guess a good mix of both. On the hard skill, let's say I'm on technical side. I'm in my undergrad, I did engineering, and I did the Master of Management. But finance was not that developed in these kind of programs. And then I came to LBS, and I had like great teachers, amazing teachers, and they explained me well some concepts that I only knew by name, or I didn't visualize it really well. So for example, I didn't know what's a WAC. It was like a bit blurry, shady for me. And so it's like, it was really well explained, really practical. You have really good teachers. They know the teachers from the market, like they were like professionals. And yeah, so on the technical side, how to deal with balance sheet, how to like like basically in terms of finance skills, they give you all the finance skills, and then you can if you want with the elective, you can be more sharp and more precise on some skills you want to develop. But like honestly, the core courses is enough to deal with every kind of aspect of financial job. Like they're really good, and even though like every course, every lectures, they help you in order to during the interviews, giving you some tips to be like ready for the interviews without like studying at home for the interview. They give you lots of materials. So yeah, it's really good in terms of like on technical and skill side. On the soft skills, what's great is like learning from the others. It's like amazing. Like I mentioned before, but the cohort, my peers are really excellent. Like the German guys are brilliant. The like everyone is like really, 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 really interesting in LBS. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a purpose to be in LBS, and just like networking one, exchange with others, um, taking leadership because they are more or less all leaders. So it's like great to exchange with this kind of people, and you can learn a lot from everyone at LBS, and this is like really, really good.
Yeah. Have you met, alors, who are your best friends? Tell me who they are. Tell me their background.
You want their
No,
name?
not their name, but their background. But you two, three best friends.
Okay. I got like I was, let's say, okay. I had like a bunch of guys. Most of them, I don't know why, but they are French speakers.
Oh.
It helps. I was not that open. Like none of I have other type of friends, but fun type, uh, like from other countries. But like I have one French guy. He was at Imperial before. He's at LBS now. He's now working at Morgan Stanley. He will work at Morgan Stanley. I got one Swiss Belgium guy. He's from yeah, he was at EHL before in Lausanne, and then now he will probably work in private equity after that. I have another French friend. He was studying at UCL in his bachelor, and now he will work investment banking this summer. But yeah, I have like many other friends, like Italians, German. Most of the German are from St. Gallen, and all the Italian are from Tony. So that's funny.
That's funny. That's the guy that you have. Alors, and you, Alain, what are your plans until late December?
Until late December.
Yeah.
Probably like now I'm focusing on my summer internship, and then let's see if I can have a return offer or something. If not, then I will start more to apply. I already start to apply for internships in September. And then having a full-time position. I'm focusing on two industry. The first one is venture capital, and the second one is like consulting. Consulting was a bad year. It wasn't recruiting a lot, but still people at LBS were like really strong and find some really good opportunities at MBB, at McKinsey, BCG, Bain. But it was really tough. Like not everyone got an offer. I guess it was one of the worst years in terms of consulting, but still you can definitely find something in consulting. So now like I'm finishing this summer and probably applying in September for full-time position. Either in Paris, London, or perhaps Dubai.
Okay. So that's what you have to see. So you speak Arabic well, from what I remember. Have you planned because your sister is already in Dubai? She's in Dubai or in Doha? In Dubai. And
No,
have
she's
you
in
planned
Dubai.
in Dubai? So have you planned maybe to work there, or is it an option or not for
Yeah,
time being?
yeah, definitely. I'm still wondering, but yeah, I really want to go to Dubai to work and leveraging on my my Arabic language. So this is one thing that I want to do. Other aspects that I'm looking for is like going in the Middle East, working on new projects, because now the Middle East is growing super fast, much more than Europe, and I guess like projects are much more interesting. There is still much to do in the Middle East, so yeah, that's why I really want to go and to do consulting there. I'm trying to apply a lot, but it's kind of not easy because this year was complex. And even though like they prefer people with like GCC nationalities or something, so it's hard, but I guess next year will be easier than this year.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't recruit a lot. Like they have to one day.
Yeah, they have to, especially in this part of the world. So, what is your ideal career? What
That's
is the ideal career that you have in mind?
like ideally, I
Yeah,
would say like starting in a MBB consulting firm
you want
after.
to do MBB, not investment banking. You want to do
Yeah,
consulting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Probably in the Middle East. Like
Okay.
if I'm doing consulting, it will definitely be in the Middle East, not in Europe.
Mm.
And then after that, after like gaining some experience, 2 or 3 years, probably working a bit on private equity projects in the MBBs that I will get, and then bridging to London after into a private equity fund
Mm.
in some in years after that.
Okay. So you see what happens. Yeah, because that's the thing. Because alors, basically, not introduce yourself. So can you please introduce yourself? Because I wanted to go in the hardship directly. So
Mhm.
can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, my name is Alain. I'm half French, half Lebanese. Born and raised in Paris. Started my undergrad in engineering in Paris. After that, I decided to do a double degree program at Grenoble École de Management, where I did a master in management there.
Mm.
During that time, I did several internships, from startup to consulting and to end in venture capital. And now I'm doing my last year of masters at London Business School in the master in financial analysis, aiming for consulting.
Aiming for consulting, not for investment banking.
No, but
You see, huh? You see, no, hello.
what? Yeah,
You see where life brings you. Alors tell me,
yeah. I see.
the admission process now. The admission process. Alors, can you explain what it is? How to get into LBS? Most students know, but if you can explain, please. Well, what do I have to do to get an admit at LBS?
Yeah. Um, um, let's talk on the practical side. Um, I guess it depends on the program you have chosen, but let's say if you're aiming for the MFA, ideally you have to have a, let's say, quantitative background, at least business or something related, accounting, economics, whatever, engineering. Then you have to get strong GMAT. You have to
Or
have a
GRE,
strong
or
or
GRE,
GR,
or GRE.
or
Yes.
yeah. If you didn't have done your study in the UK or an English spoken country, you have to pass the TOEFL or the TOEIC. No, not the TOEFL, or the IELTS
IELTS. Yeah.
and the Cambridge. There's several ones. And then you have to write some essays. It can be
Mm.
quite challenging. So you have to write some essays and to answer lots of questions, because like LBS are like, they're really like judging like widely your application, like from your study to your I don't know, like your extracurricular activities, from your background, from your grades, from your GMAT. All the aspects are taken in account, even like what your passions, what you are doing in your spare time, what when you're like free, what kind of sports are you doing. So yeah, the admission is quite long, but yeah, this is the materials that you need. Of course, you need like your transcripts and other stuff, but these ones are, I guess.
Yeah, pretty obvious. So what is the interview like?
The interview was great. They're really good to match you. Like the interview is like basically done by an alumni of LBS.
Mhm.
They really match you with someone that match your ambition, that match your background. Like, to put an example of what I've done, during my application process, and during like when I wanted to go to LBS, I applied as a a fellow, a future, let's say, a future investment banker in the tech sector. And I was directly matched with someone that did that. That was at Morgan Stanley in investment banking in the tech sector. And I got, and also she was French, I was French, I was living in Grenoble, she was living in Grenoble. So I did venture capital, she did venture capital. So I get someone like really close to my profile, not the same profile, but at least someone that can judge what I'm saying is like true or not, is like relevant or not relevant, is it feasible or not feasible. So it was like really good. I had an interview with an alumni for 1 hour, and it was like mainly questions about, like, she told me about my last experience of VC. She told me what I like, what I have done. She challenged me a bit. She told me like, pitch me a startup. Like, she asked me like some question. Mine was a bit stranger than the others because probably my essays were well written, and she didn't ask me like why I want to go to LBS, why are you choosing LBS, why are you choosing the MFA, this kind of typical question. I didn't had them, but I know from the others and from my peers that it's like usually the questions that you have, but mine was a bit, probably because I guess my letters were well written, and I showed like everything why I want to go to LBS. Also, you had like some leadership questions, situation questions. So you have to be prepared and train a bit at home. But like, to be honest, and the best advice that can I say is like, be natural, and it will be like it will be for sure like a good interview. But you need to
did you have
prepare.
technical questions or not? Did you have technical questions or not?
No, not at LBS.
Not
Not at LBS.
at LBS, so that's something. So basically, for the people who are listening to us, if you apply to HEC, to SCP, BIT, to ESSEC, first of all, you'll have an interview with a committee. It's not like Alain, who had an interview with an alumni. You'll have an interview with a committee, and of course, at least three-fourths of the interview will be about technical questions. The technical question that you have in an interview. So you can have a question on the what. That's a question that I ask my students. So which is an interview that I try to prepare my students for an IB interview to make sure that they have the level. And when I work with them, when I work on the GMAT or on the application, they are not, sometimes they are a bit behind, but I'm always impressed by the level in finance. All the things that I have, and probably and it would have been the same with you, Alain, they are super crack in finance. They are super impressive. So I'm impressed. Me, when I finished your school, I knew less than them when they start their MIF, so they have a great expertise. They do pretty well. So LBS, MIT as well is a school where when you apply for the master in finance, it's not very technical. But MIT, they have like two, how can I say, two
assessment.
Two assessment, and one is in mathematics, and the other one is in
Programming.
In programming in Python, so it's very easy, but no, same time. So at least it's slightly different, and it's always with an admission manager, not with an alumni. Okay, so
But
it went well.
Yeah. For LBS, it's like if there is something they don't understand, sometimes you have a committee.
Okay. So tell me now the question that I have, and so about the financing, because I'm always surprised to see how it works, because London is an expensive city, and when I go, I'm always amazed. How much does it cost in reality, Alain? Finally, 1 year at LBS, how much does it cost in reality? You have made your math?
Like, first thing to say, and what I was shocked during LBS at the beginning, is the number of scholarships that LBS gives. So this one can be a game changer, because they can give like a scholarship between 15,000 and 30,000. So there's 25% of the cohorts that had a scholarship. But let's say you don't have a scholarship, and it's like 3 on 4, like 75% of the time the case. It can cost you, let's say, around £45 LBS, and then it depends where you want to live. It depends how much you spend, but it can cost you up to the same on cost of living and location, and renting and
It should be
transport.
that 1 year is 40,000 euros. No, even
Yeah, 1 year
even
is 45, even 45.
45. So it's a lot of. You can imagine. No?
Mm.
And the school costs what 45,000 roughly.
I guess it's a matter of
90,000.
90,000 pounds. Yeah.
Okay, but did you get a scholarship? You are no, you didn't get a
No, I
scholarship.
didn't get a scholarship. That's.
You didn't ask for one. Maybe you didn't ask for one. No, because
But you have two types of scholarship. That's true.
Yeah.
You have the ones that they give you automatically, and you have the other ones that you can apply for. I didn't ask for the application, the second one. I should probably I should have done that, but I don't know. Like I
maybe
didn't.
you should have asked. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's strange. Like some people, it really depends on some profiles, on where you're from, and it's I don't know. You don't know about like the scholarship, but 25% of the cohort have a scholarship, so it's like pretty good.
Yes, you agree. So it's something, but yes, if you can try to get a scholarship because it's expensive. So 90,000 euros for 1 year of class. Yes, it's
an
money.
investment.
Okay.
It's an investment.
It's a big investment that you can basically, if you work in investment banking, yes, it will take you 2 to 3 years to pay it back, probably.
Yeah.
So what your piece of advice, final piece of advice to our students, to the MD Center students, what should we do? What would you say?
Let's say split it on two sides. Before the interview and after the interview. So before the interview, you have all this work to do, starting by the earliest possible by working on the GMAT. I remember at my time I started to to work on the GMAT 1 year before applying to LBS, so it took us a lot of time. Then after like applying and having your desired GMAT score, you have to pass your English tests, the TOEFL, the IELTS. These ones are less long and less complex, but still you have to do it. And LBS really pay attention on your English level. I remember like when I applied, I did the IELTS and I got 7.5, but didn't get 7.5 on speaking. And they told me like, yeah, ideally we prefer someone with 7.5 speaking. So it's important to have a great score in the English test as well. And the last one is like, it's really important to network with LBS, go on site, doing the open days, speak with the admission team, ask them what they want. If you're a good profile, do some coffee chat. This one are like, it doesn't cost anything, and you can definitely like change. It can really be a game changer, and the admission team will know you. You can speak about your strength directly with them. So these three aspects are really important before the interview. And then you have the essays and the interview. Like for the essays, you have to take your time, write them. People must help you to reread them, giving you some advices, and yeah, take your time, do great letters. It's not easy. So yeah, and then prepare for the interview. It's
Basically,
like
what you
another
would say
job.
is that What you say that many people focus on the GMAT, GRE, and the application. What you say, there's also build your network. Huh? You agree? Something very important. You have to build your network. You have to develop your fan base. Did you have like, because your sister is also an LBS graduate, did you have other people who have recommended you? Did you have like internal recommendations? Did you have people who wrote for
I
you
got one.
internally or not?
Yeah, I got a recommendation letter from. I did an internship in a startup when I was in Beirut, And one of the stakeholders was one of my colleagues, actually. He was an MBA student at that time. So I tell him like,
At
yeah, can
LBS,
you do
at
me
LBS.
at LBS? Yeah. So he did the recommendation letter internally from LBS. As he mentioned, what we have worked, what my qualities, what can I bring to LBS, which club can I join, and that's it. But I guess I don't know because he filled the document. He told me, but yeah, it's a document that you can refer people with that. But it can't help you. It doesn't change a lot, but it can give some weight to your application.
Yeah, it can. Now, it always depends. If you have a strong application, not so much. If it's weaker, yes, of course, I agree. Your application, you, Alain, was strong. Or maybe the
Yeah.
last question, what was strong in your application according to you, and what was weak?
Yeah. Strong, on the strong aspect, I would say GMAT was strong. Education,
GRE.
yeah, educational background was strong. Engineering and business experience was not too bad. Let's say having venture capital and consulting with big firms. Languages was not bad. Speaking 4 languages is like always helpful.
Yeah.
And let's say on the international aspect, I've did some trips, lived abroad, so this one helps a bit. My weakest point was definitely probably my age and the fact that I had my two masters. So it's not really. I don't know how much it's relevant for LBS to have someone with like 2 masters, but it was.
Yeah, they could have said this person could work a bit and do an MBA maybe later on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course.
By the way, why didn't you do that? Because with the education that you had already, could have worked in consulting. By the way, your apprenticeship was in consulting already. What?
Yeah, because
You could have waited a bit, 1 or 2 years, and go for an MBA at INSEAD or.
Because yeah, that's true. But because I was aiming for the best job opportunities right after school, and I said like, now the market is a bit slow, so let's not jump into the market now. Take that here to develop some skills, soft skills, technical skills, and everything, and then jump on the market to have this 5% of jobs that I couldn't have without LBS. So this was my aim, and my aim was like, once I'm starting to work, I will not go back to school.
Yeah. You don't want to stop, okay? So it's something that you have to take into consideration, of
Yeah,
course.
probably
Go ahead.
my grades
Yeah,
were
go
not,
ahead.
because like at LBS they need at least a 2-1 upper class, at least.
Yeah,
Of course, if you have high honors, it's the best thing.
yeah. Sure,
But I
first.
guess I was a bit below the 2-1. Depends on semesters and stuff. So yeah, my grades probably were also not the best of the world.
But you're a good student, okay?
Oh
Anyway,
yeah,
you had the top GRE, so they didn't have any problem on that.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
But when I'm comparing with the others, they're all of my cohort. They're all like GPA 4.0.
Yeah,
Most of them.
4.0 or first or yeah. It's probably. So what else? But it was very nice to talk to you. Anyway, we are friends in life, so
Yeah,
you write to me regularly. You
yeah.
tell me things, and you tell me how things are going. You know me, I'm going to move to Africa.
Amazing.
We
Where?
Guinea,
Kenya? Okay, amazing. Guinea. Okay.
Conakry,
Nice.
and yeah, to run a university to take the lead of a university there.
Okay.
And then, but of course, we have WhatsApp. We're always in contact.
Yeah.
I know the family. I know you. I know your sister well. I met
Yeah.
your sister before I met you. And
Yeah.
according to me, it's perfectly normal that that LBS takes you. You have a strong application. Yes, your strength was the quality of the work experience and your GRE score. The
Mhm.
rest was fine. The rest was fine. And yes, what advice? So Alain, what he did is that he started early.
Yeah.
So it was so he had time So he had a lot of time to prepare the GRE, which was a big thing because you were still a student when we met. And after that, you have done things well. So you knew the game and you knew the rules because your sister went there.
Exactly.
And by the way, I wrote a post, I don't know if you remember, of you and your sister.
Yeah.
When she graduated, so you knew the school well. My only regret is that you have focused too much on LBS. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pity you have not tried the US programs. I thought that maybe you try Yale or you try. But it's true that if you want to work in London or if you want to work in Dubai, maybe London are the best place. But yes, my only regret is that we have not tried for schools. But I say that your sister went to LBS. You like the school.
Yeah, but that was my first choice, so
yeah.
I couldn't be happier.
Okay, yeah, I know it was your first choice, and you like London, so you like to stay in London, yeah?
Yeah. If I can, yeah, I will definitely.
Yeah, anyway, you have a place to be, I guess. So okay, but I will probably come to see you, Alain, because I teach at LSC now. I will be, but the second it's online. But after that, but if you're there,
let's catch up then.
There, I will be happy because and I give seminars at University of Bath, and UCL as well. UCL. So
and then you come at LBS,
but no, the problem, yes, I can come to see at LBS. The problem is that I teach at schools where you have bachelor students for the GMAT. You see, because at LBS the work is already done. LBS there's another bachelor, huh? But yes, that's what I do. Okay.
And I don't think they will.
And let's see. Why not? Huh? Why not?
Well, probably.
Basically, if I were them, I will have more masters, and I will have maybe I will open a bachelor. They will do very well. Can you imagine if LBS has a bachelor? Yeah. But at the same time, it's up to them to decide. But yeah, they could have much more. So I let you go. Huh?
Yes.
And it was nice to see you, and we stay in contact as usual. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.